Hello everyone and welcome back once again to X-Plane. Today we're going to be taking a flight in a corporate Bombardier Challenger 300. As you can see, it is registered to the Unicorp Corporation out of Orlando, Florida. I have no affiliation with them. I just like the library of this aircraft. This is an X-Plane 10 model, but it does, in my opinion, at least look very good for X-Plane 11, and it seems to handle fairly well. There's a few bits and pieces you'll see inside, particularly the MFDs and PFDs look a little bit dated, but the exterior model I think looks good. You'll also notice if I swing around to the front here, the landing lights, you'll see it once we, oh, there's texture pop in there. You'll also see on the landing lights when we're facing certain angles, they'll look kind of weird. The taxi lights look fine, but the actual fuselage landing lights. But anyway, let's hop on in. We've got a very long flight ahead of us today. We are going to be going from Orlando International, which is where we are at right now, all the way up to Windsor Locks, Connecticut, which is just over 1,000 miles. Should be about a 2-hour flight, give or take. We'll see if we can't shave some time off of that. But let's begin with our pre-flight. So as you can see on the outside, we've got, static wicks, chocks, engine nacelle covers, good amount of stuff we actually have to take off of the aircraft, and there's a menu over here that you can do that with. So we'll go to the external pre-flight menu, and we'll start with number 1, which actually is this gust lock here, which I can't, for the life of me, get to undo. So we will do a little bit of a cheat on that one in terms of getting it undone. We'll go to number 2, and we will pull off all of our static wicks. And actually, while we're doing that, let me make the aircraft look like we're getting ready to board today. We'll open up the main door, and we'll open up the baggage door, and we'll open up all those shades. Like so, and we'll open up those doors as well. There. Got the static wicks and that off. We'll pull the wheel chocks. Come around to number 3. Another remove before flight tag under the nose gear. We'll take that pitot one off. Just kidding. We'll come around to side number 4. Checking the aircraft over for any obvious damage as well while we do so. I think that's an AOA vane there. Yeah. Around to this side. Then we'll take a look on the underside of the aircraft, remove that lock pin for the main landing gear. Strange textures actually on the underside of the wing. It looks like it's reflecting what it thinks is asphalt, but it's concrete. Anyway, we'll keep moving here. Emergency exit door, that also is animated. I just left it be, but there it is if you wanted to see it. But we will put that back for now. Over wing structures again, check the leading edges. Make sure we're not missing anything. There. Stop 13. We'll take off our nacelle covers. And remove the rear one with it. We're on to 15. Check our APU outlet, as well as our vertical stabilizer and our horizontal stabilizers. Remove the number 1 engine nacelle cover and our main landing gear lockout pin. Am I missing something? 19 won't go green. Took our pin out. Huh. I don't think I'm missing anything. Obviously our door is open, but I don't know. We'll gloss over it for now. Want to get underway. 24, and then back to 1. And this is the part where we will cheat. We will just go ahead and do fast pre-flight, and you'll see number 1 and 19 will turn green, as well as our gust lock will come undone, which I cannot figure out for the life of me. Yeah, maybe 19's just glitched. Who knows? Anyway, back inside. I have already filed our flight plan. So we'll just go ahead and get some power to the aircraft here. Come down to our pedestal. And this is kind of where you can see you lose a little bit of texture fidelity, but for me, I don't personally mind it. It's just a nice aircraft to fly. So I'll go left battery on, right battery on. We will start our APU. Turn on our entry lights. While we're waiting, we will set our nav lights to on. Sounds like the APU is up and going. So we'll turn our bleed air source on, as well as our cross bleed. So again, on your PFD and your MFD, you do lose a little bit of fidelity. Not the biggest deal in the world to me. Again, I just am really a fan of how the aircraft overall looks. So we'll go ahead and continue with our basic startup, get all of our pumps into auto. Emergency lights are set to arm. Leave the seatbelt sign off for now and turn our probe heat on. And we'll file, or request clearance rather.
Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo, cleared IFR2, Bradley, as filed, maintain, flight level 450, squawk 4700.
Cleared IFR2, Bradley.
Don't know how to change it from 4700,
so squawk,
we'll just leave our transponder set to 4700.
9, Bravo, Romeo.
And we will swing around and back here. See if all of our passengers are loaded up. Looks like everybody's good to go. So we'll go ahead and close our external exit there and shut our baggage door. Back to the cockpit. Use the animations button to close that baggage door. AC's going in back for the passengers. Alright, let's go down our annunciator. Brake pressure low. We expect that. Stall protection fail. We don't have bleed air. Fuel pump, yeah. Flaps rate low. Good. Cross bleeds on. We did that. Park brakes on. Generators are off because the engines are off. Alright, I think we're good for the engine start procedure, so we will go ahead and turn our beacon on. Set engine number 1 to run. And start. They light pretty fast. Forgot to set our ignition. Alright, engine number 1 stabilized. We'll turn bleed air on there. Go to engine number 2, and same deal. Hold our start switch. Good there, bleed air on, turning off APU and the cross bleed. Those are good. APU generator off, as well as our standby attitude indicator on, and we just enabled nose wheel steering as well. Going back to our annunciator panel, we will engage the yaw damper. APU generator off, that's fine. Park brake is on. We will actually shut down the APU now. Maybe. There we go. I'm also going to shut off continuous ignition. Click the fasten seatbelt sign for our passengers. I'm going to grab my controller here. I've actually switched controllers around a couple of times. Ironically, I'm right now using the Interleak X, which came with Real Flight. It's a RC type controller. It's a little bit less. I don't know how to put it, but a little less intrusive. I've got CH Pro pedals as well as a Logitech stick that I normally use. They're just a little bit cumbersome for when I'm doing recording stuff, so we're gonna give this guy a try. It doesn't seem to be too unnecessarily twitchy. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. In fact, I should probably really quick go and enable that. Uh-oh. No controls. That's not good. Plug it back in. Hey, look at that. Axes. Cool. Yeah, alright, now we've got full range of motion. Alright. So that's set. Passenger seatbelt sign is on. Not going to be rolling through the checklists on the SIC's MFD. We're just going to kind of fly by the seat of our pants. I am not in any way, shape, or form proficient in this aircraft. I've only had it for a few days, so the checklist would probably just frustrate me more than anything else. So let's get our altimeter setting.
9 Bravo Romeo Orlando International altimeter 3030.
Orlando International altimeter 3030. Challenger 309.
It's nice.
Bravo, Romeo.
On Challenger, when you set one altimeter setting, it actually sets all three of them, both your PICs, PFD, your SAI, and then the SIC's PFD all at the same time. And you can do that from either side. So if I come over here and let's say do 3025, you can see now all three of my altimeters are set to 3025. So, but we're going to do 3030, and we will
Challenger
press taxi.
300 9 Bravo Romeo runway 18 left taxi via Bravo India Zulu Juliet Echo Tango Alpha Bravo 1 hold short of runway 18 left.
Is a lot.
Runway 18 left. Taxi via Bravo India Zulu Juliet Echo Tango Alpha Bravo 1 hold short of runway 18 left. Challenger 309 Bravo
Close
Romeo.
our partition there. I don't even understand. I guess, I mean, AFD might be a good thing to have up, but oh, we'll just do the old cheaterino. Look outside and see where the hell our arrow's pointing out straight behind us. And I somehow opened thrust reversers. That might have happened when I plugged the interlink back in. Let me make sure everything else is still working the way it should be. That should be spoilers. Yes. Everything else should be good. Taxi lights. And, I can show you what I was talking about with the landing lights. So if you are head-on with the aircraft, they look fine. But when you start to offset, obviously you would have... this whole area would be lit up, but you just have kind of that little orb of light. And it only really does it with the landing lights. Taxi light, not so much. Wing lights, not really at all. But, oh well. So we're actually going to taxi out opposite side of this King Air here. We're going to pass him and then hang a left back. Or hang a right back. So let's do that. There's no reason to power back if we don't need to. Unnecessary strain on the engine. Engines, rather. Flight controls test. Taxi out back to the cockpit. Now, I do have a separate binding for my nose wheel tiller. I'll show you here. We'll come to a quick stop. I've got a separate binding for my nose wheel tiller, but you can use just the rudder pedals, and that will turn your nose wheel as well. You can see the tiller slightly moving. And if I go outside, here is just the tiller. There's right and left. And then here is just the rudder pedals. Right and left. What's nice about that is if I want to actuate right rudder while my aircraft is turning left, get a little bit of power underway. So if I want to go full left rudder, but I want to turn right, I can do that. Likewise, if I want to go full right rudder, but I want to turn left, I can do that as well. And I can also almost go off of the taxiway while showing these things. Fantastic. A few different plugins I am running. You might have seen my head bobbing around when I was braking. It's Head Shake by SimCoders. Won't be using better pushback. Turn our transponder to on for now. We'll set it to TARA once we actually are ready for our takeoff roll. Go power back to idle. Set our trims up. Flaps are already set. So yeah, it's nice to be back in X-Plane. I kind of set it down for a while. Got a couple of new, well, new to me at least, they're not new, but new to me, payware aircraft. Flew those around a little bit. Tried some VR stuff out. I might do a VR video for X-Plane. I've got a couple of VR videos for DCS in the works as well. My thing with VR is you lose so much fidelity, like especially from a video standpoint. It's a little bit less noticeable when you're actually wearing the headset. It's still very noticeable, but it's a little bit less noticeable when you're actually wearing the headset because you have that additional immersion factor. Everything looks 3D. It's, you know, in my opinion, even better than Track IR in the sense that, you know, exactly where you want to look, that's where you look. You don't have to calibrate certain degrees of movement equal this amount of head movement in the game. But at the same time, with Track IR, you do get this full fidelity screen like you guys are seeing now, and you can just kind of move it around however you want. But so that's why I really haven't done any VR videos other than the Onward ones, because Onward is obviously VR exclusively. There is no just standard desktop version of it, so... So yeah, new aircraft, new environment. I'd never really fly in Florida or anywhere on the East Coast for that matter, an X-Plane, and new controller with, yeah, so those three things: new aircraft, new environment to fly in, and a new controller. Should make this an interesting flight, we'll say. I can say that the Challenger, the small amount that I have flown it, it's a pretty easy and forgiving aircraft to fly. I was doing some, what I would consider extreme level low approaches, and very, very short finals, short base to finals, where you're basically leveling the wings out right as you're crossing the runway threshold, and turning from base to final, and it did fairly well, even in the hands of, you know, an absolute moron like myself. So I've got high hopes for the aircraft. I like the flight model. Having said that, it is a realistic flight model. You know, you're not going to be doing any knife edge passes or anything like that. Once we get airborne, well, I guess once we get near our cruise altitude, which reminds me I need to set all of that. Sitting here showing you guys what the freaking landing lights look like. I didn't even set our know we're going up to 45,000. I don't remember what we were cleared up to. I'm guessing this is going to be our runway, so we're going to be flying our runway heading. Oh, let's see here. I need to set my vertical speed. I can't do that right now. Let's go 2,500 feet per minute. I probably won't actually use the speed setting. This airplane's pretty easy to maintain, or not maintain, but manage speed. It's fairly easy, so I probably won't use the speed setting. Plus there is no, I don't think there's an auto throttle in this aircraft. I think it manages speeds similar to certain light Embraer aircraft, where it manages speed by managing pitch while you're climbing or descending. So we'll leave the speed setting alone for this flight. Maybe once I learn how to use it a little bit better, we'll give it a shot, but not today. Not today. Yes, this is going to be our runway here. Check my runway signs. Yeah, 1836. So we'll be crossing. We're going to have to go to the tower to cross. Roll power out to idle. Come up to that hold short line. Yes, no, maybe? Is it not an active? Well, we're still going to check our approach path, just in case. I don't see anybody out there, but you never know. Looks clear. We're just going to go ahead and roll across. That is one thing that I really should look into updating, is the ATC in X-Plane is kind of garbage. I'm not going to lie. You know, you have Microsoft Flight Simulator X, which I'm excited for the new flight sim to come out. We'll see how terribly that runs on my computer. But anyway, you know, in some cases, FSX, ATC is a little bit better. It's less customizable. But I mean, just in terms of the, I don't know, the responses and stuff like that, because normally you would have never crossed that runway without talking to someone, either on the ground or in the tower. So we're tuned to the ground frequency. I had to double check that it wasn't something I did, because it wouldn't surprise me. A lot of commercial traffic over there. This is the international airport. Apparently in Air Berlin, what is that, an A320? Made it to the US. Oh, and a SAS MD-80, yeah. Air Canada, I could see. I don't know if they actually do fly down here, but yeah, that one's, I don't know. And that's Delta's old livery, and I don't even think Delta flies the McDonnell Douglas aircraft anymore. I could be wrong, but it's my fault for installing generic scenery, or generic aircraft. We are running live traffic, so hopefully my internet
Challenger
cooperates.
300, 9, Bravo, Romeo, contact tower on 124.30.
2430.
Contact tower on 124.30. Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo.
That's not going to get old.
Tower, Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo.
Alright, final
Challenger
checks.
300, 9, Bravo, Romeo,
Flap
fly heading
set.
190, runway 18 left. You're cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 190, runway 18 left. Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo.
Alright, landing lights set, strobe lights set. Taxi in a position here, get nicely lined up. And we will do a high performance takeoff. We got some enthusiasts in the back who they really want to see what this aircraft can do. It's not a normal business trip today, so we'll hold in the brakes, run up the engines, and then dump the brakes. Alright, brakes set full. There is 60% on the N1, almost. There's 60%. Full power and brakes off. Right. Alrighty, we've got surprisingly good aerodynamic authority. I'm going to switch from the tiller to the rudder. There's 80 knots. There's V1 and our rotation speed V2. If we were going to cancel, we would now, but we are airborne. The rudder out. Positive rate established. Gear coming up. Roll the power back just a bit. Holy crap, she is not liking this.
Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo, contact center on 124.775.
124775.
Contact center on 124.775. Challenger 309,
set.
Bravo, Romeo.
Heading and vertical speed, please. 124775.
Center, Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo.
Flaps coming in.
Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo, Orlando International, altimeter 3030.
Orlando International, altimeter
It is bumpy,
3030.
man.
Challenger
Oh, I forgot to
309,
set our,
Bravo, Romeo.
transponder. It's alright.
Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo, contact center on 132.25.
Contact center on 132.25. Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo. Center, Challenger 309.
Not going to bother dialing the
Bravo,
radios. It's just a little bit cumbersome in this aircraft.
Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo, fly heading 100.
Fly heading
100.
100.
Right, we'll make this left turn to 100. And,
Challenger
we'll throw our
309,
half-
Bravo,
what is wrong
Romeo,
with
fly
you?
heading 350.
Fly heading 350. Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo.
Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo, Orlando International, altimeter 3030.
Orlando
Yeah, it would have been
International,
faster to
altimeter
make that right,
3030.
because we were on a heading of
Challenger
180. It would have been faster to
309,
turn
Bravo,
right.
Romeo.
That's all right. That's another small
Challenger
thing.
309, Bravo, Romeo, contact center on 124.775.
Contact center on 124.775. Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo. Center, Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo.
Wait for him to finish.
Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo, Orlando International, altimeter 3030.
Orlando International, altimeter 3030. Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo.
Alright, so we finished that crazy turn. Let's go ahead and turn on our half bank. Anyway, what I was saying, so a perfect example, you know, instead of turn left heading 350, we just got fly heading 350, which does sometimes happen, but usually that controller is going to have it in his or her mind which direction they want you to turn to fly that heading. And you actually do get that in FSX. It's been a while since I've done anything in FSX just because it kind of looks atrocious, if I'm being honest. But you do have, you know, little stuff like that that makes the ATC just slightly better, in my opinion. Anyway, we are underway now. We've got a good, healthy vertical speed. I might roll that down to 250 because we are just barely bleeding off speed, and I don't want to go much higher on the throttle setting. So yeah, we'll scroll our vertical speed down to 2500. Alright, so we might get a few more heading vectors and all that. I won't bore you guys with that stuff. It should just be a nice, easygoing flight. I'm sure he'll turn us back to the west in a bit, but I will catch up with you guys once we get a little bit closer to the airport. See you soon. Alright, we have begun our descent. As you can see, we're down from our 45,000 foot initial flight level, heading down to 240. I've got the throttles fully retarded back to idle. Spoilers at max flight deployment. And you might just be able to hear, oh, well, the end of what I believe is Vivaldi in the cabin back there. So, it's a feature I didn't even realize the aircraft had. I think I got some B-roll of it, but if you head back to the cabin seats, you can stop and start the music. Oh, that's pretty cool. So there's some preloaded tracks. I don't know if you can manually add tracks or not, but either way, it's kind of cool. So once we get below 18K, I will go flaps 1. But for now, wow, that's some bad loading distance out there, eh? Anyway. Yeah, once we
Challenger
get
309, Bravo, Romeo, contact center on 134.70.
I'll hand off.
Contact center on 134.70. Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo.
1347.
Center. Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo.
There, we'll try and climb speed back up to about 200. Check to see if we've got ATIS. That's the wrong comm.
Bradley INTL
go.
information Papa. 2000 Zulu weather.
30.
Wind 350 at 14 gust 20. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 25,000 few. Temperature 5. Dew point -18. Altimeter 3023. Arriving runways 2433. Departing runways 2433.
So we'll set up.
Advise on initial contact. You have Papa.
We don't have a runway assignment yet, though, so we're current with information. Papa, we'll check it again because we will pass the top of the hour in about 6 minutes here, so we should get an updated ATIS. Holding at 11,000. Although he's going to want us at 11,000.
Challenger 309, Bravo,
now it's
Romeo,
30. Thank you for the
altimeter
update. I appreciate you.
3023.
Bridgeport. Altimeter
Yeah,
302.
stuff like that kind of
Challenger
bothers me with the
309,
ATC.
Bravo, Romeo.
Because I am 99.9% certain that the last altimeter reading he gave us was 3025, and I dialed it down to 3023 per the ATIS we heard. But it's alright. Won't worry about it, won't let it bother us. Just want to get down safe and sound.
Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo,
24.
fly heading
So we've got a set for
050,
24.
vectors for the visual, runway 24, descend and maintain 5,000.
Fly heading 050. Vectors for the visual. Runway 24. Descend and maintain 5,000. Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo.
Challenger 309, Bravo, Romeo, descend and
Set,
maintain
man.
5,000.
Can't do it instantaneously. I've got
Descend and
passengers on
maintain
board.
5,000. Challenger
spoilers again.
309, Bravo, Romeo.
Okay, so we are setting up for 24, so I've got mine set for 033. We'll reset the course heading. 024, so 270. 24. Right about there. There's 5,000. Bring the spoilers in. Add another notch of flaps. Depending on how far out he vectors us, we may or may not drop gear before we are on final. Let's get our ATIS one more time. Top of the hour.
Bradley INTL Information Quebec. 2000 Zulu weather. Wind 350 at 14 gust 20, visibility more than 10.
It's annoying.
Sky conditions 25,000
so
view.
winds coming from
Temperature
350. Why are we not landing on runway 33? Why would we be landing on 24? Sorry if the shaking is giving anyone motion sickness. But I do definitely like the added head shake. Adds to the
Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo, fly heading 060, descend and maintain 2000.
Fly heading 060, descend and maintain 2000. Challenger 300,
Oh, that was
9,
a
Bravo,
rough
Romeo.
sneeze. Okay, 060 and down to 2000. Critical speed.
Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo,
Working
descend
on
and
it, guy.
maintain 2000.
Descend and maintain 2000. Challenger 300, 9,
Flaps are
Bravo,
set
Romeo.
to. We are on heading. Let's see how the airspeed does. We might dump spoilers.
Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo, fly heading 270.
Go to 270.
Fly heading 270. Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo.
That's the wrong way. Good lord, what am I doing? Bring our shade up. Actually, pretty sure that's the sun there, so we'll bring our shade. Oh my god, that's cool. Light, dark, light, dark. Alright, I'm 12, that's alright. That's pretty cool, though.
Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo, fly heading 240. Report the field in sight.
Gotta do the heading
Fly
change
heading
first.
240. Report the field in sight. Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo.
Alright, we're on at 240. There's the field.
Center. Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo.
Alright, we will
Challenger
go
300, 9, Bravo, Romeo, clear visual approach, runway 24, contact tower on, 120.30.
gear down. There's a front notch of flaps. A little bit more power in. Get our hand
Clear
off.
visual approach. Runway 24. Contact tower on. 120.30. Challenger 300, 9, Bravo, Romeo.
Once we get our landing
Tower.
clearance,
Challenger
we'll go
300, 9,
manual,
Bravo,
turn off the
Romeo.
autopilot. Tower, please. Tower. Okay, well, I guess screw ATC. We'll disable the autopilot. Going in manual. And I guess we'll wait and see if he decides to... This landing clearance. I've got to trim the snot out of this airplane. Oh my god. And add power. That last stage of flaps really, really, really adds drag. I want to stay above our VGA. case we do have to initiate a go-around because we still have not gotten landing clearance. We're just getting blown all over the place. This is going to be a rough landing. I'll tell you right now.
Challenger 300.
Oh, thank
Bravo,
you.
Romeo, runway 24. You're cleared to land.
Acknowledge my existence.
Runway
All
24.
right, so we'll close that down.
9 Bravo Romeo.
Power's coming down. Way down. We got to get low. We're high. It's going to be a spicy one. We got to start crabbing already. Significant. This is such a weird. Why did they have us land on 2-4? Three would have been such a better option. Here's a lag spike too for you. Oh Jesus, this is so bad.
Minimums.
Oh, minimums? What did he say?
Sync rate.
I know.
Sync rate.
It's a steep approach. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, see, I can repeat myself too. Oh, this is going to be a rough one. We're going to have to get on the brakes hard.
100. 50. 40.
Look at this.
30.
This is ridiculous.
20. 10.
Oh, good lord. Alright, spoilers. Thrust reversers.
Challenger 300. 9 Bravo, Romeo, gate. Taxi via 24 Sierra.
2-4 by Sierra.
Gate taxi via 24 Sierra. Challenger 300. 9 Bravo Romeo.
I mean, we survived. I guess. Alright, reversers out, spoilers up. And we will start deconfiguring from takeoff. Running lights off. Back to taxi. Strobes. They've got to leave their seat belts on. We can turn the anti-ice off now. We'll turn off the windshield heat as well. AP bleed air will come on. Let's expedite a little bit. Vacate the runway. It actually went a little bit heavy. I don't know if you heard the tires lighten up. I pretty much slammed on the brakes straight away just because I didn't want to deal with any insane crosswind stuff. But we survived. It was not a smooth landing, but as I said, any landing you can walk away from is a good landing, right? Alright, so let's check that delta P. 0! Yay, that's what I want. It's supposed to go above 0.1, so 0 is good in this case. Don't know if I mentioned it in the beginning. It's been a long 5 hours and 45 minutes. I hate my life. It's been a long time since I started this. I did fly it.
Challenger 300. 9 Bravo, Romeo.
Yeah,
Contact ground on.
screw it, I'm saying that.
121.60.
Contact ground on.
We're not gonna stop either. We'll just
121.60.
keep
Challenger 300. 9 Bravo Romeo. Ground. Challenger 300. 9 Bravo Romeo.
I also like how, we'll just let him cut me off again. I also like in Flight Sim when you can request ground taxi to different areas, so you can request general aviation parking, you can request to the gate. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 other options, but here it's just like, alright, you're going where we tell you. I know I keep drawing parallels. There are little things about the FSX that I do like over X-Plane, but I mean, just in terms of stability, in terms of graphics, in terms of optimization, X-Plane 11 is a new thing. But again, right around the corner, we've got FS 2020. I also like how I contacted this ground controller and he never acknowledged my existence. That's fine, dude. We'll just, I guess we're just gonna go where we want to go then. That's how it's gonna be. So, get a roll by shot of the old jet. Just because as we roll by, I'll dump the thrust reversers so you guys can see those beautiful clamshells. Excuse me. Turn her on it. Oh yeah, I guess we'll just taxi through the back of this MD-80. That's fine. Stupid. Stupid. Where am I even going? I should have just gone to where I wanted to. This makes no sense. There's a private jet taxiing up to the gate. Okay. So while I don't know much about this airport, I can guarantee you they've got like a general aviation area and or an FBO. Anyway, what I was saying before is this is was a real flight. Happened about a month ago, I think. This exact aircraft, same tail number. In a similar route. We're just going to taxi all the way in. I don't know why they elected to have us come here, but that's fine. Just gentle dab of brakes. Good. Brakes are set. Park brake on. Seat belts off. Everyone. APU generator is on. APU bleed air is on. Cross bleeds on. Manual pressurization is still set to 0. Standby SAI can go off. I know, you're going to be doing that a lot, friend. Nose wheel steering off. That's already disconnected. Yaw damper can come off. Maybe everything else will shut off the bleed airs for a bit. Let the engines cool down. I know you do that for APUs. I would be surprised if you didn't do that for engines to a certain extent. Flaps are fully up. That's good there. Alright, let's go ahead and shut down. Open up our little partition. Apologize to everybody for crashing. Alright, bleeds are off. Generators there, off. Bus ties on there. Batteries still on. APU gens on. Shut off our probe heat. That should do it. Differential pressure should be at 0. So let's go ahead and open up the airplane. Boom. And let's get out of our seat. Thanks for coming, everybody. Appreciate it. And get your baggage as we exit. Head down the steps. Take a look at our Supreme, obviously parking job. Oh. Well, you know what? It's a private jet. None of these apply to us anyway. But anyway, you guys, that is going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. A little bit longer of a video. Well, for me at least, I'll probably cut it down to only the interesting bits for you guys. But, as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Take it easy.